Hello student, welcome to geography class. This is the last lecture for chapter 1. With this lecture, we are going to conclude our chapter 1. So till now, we have read that location is very important and it is decided by the latitude and the longitude. We have also seen the extension of India from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Arunachal Pradesh to Gujarat along with 21.9 kilometer in the Indian Ocean. That also 21.9 kilometer in Indian Ocean also belongs to Indian territory. And then we saw the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India, and we found that there are 30 longitudes and 30 latitudes which are passing through India. Although the number of latitudes and longitudes are same, but the distance from north to south is different from the distance from east to west of India. It is because the latitudes are parallels and are of equal distance from each other, but longitudes does not follow this property. Longitudes are having the more distance between, there is more distance between two longitudes in the center, in the equator area, but near the poles they are having less area between them. They converge near the poles, so there is a less distance difference between the longitudes near the pole, but more difference between the two longitude, the same two longitude near the equator. That's why even though we have the same number of latitude and longitude in India, we does not have the same distance from north to south. The distance from north to south is different from the distance from east to west of India. Then we also saw how to see the latitude and longitude in the map. Then we talk about the latitudes, and we know that how many latitudes are there in world and what are the important latitudes of the world. And we also saw that latitude decide the temperature zone. Then we studied about the longitude, and we studied that longitude decide the time of a place. So every country adopt a longitude and decide their time zone according to that longitude. Because in India there are 30 longitude passing through, so we have taken the middle longitude, that is 82 degree 30 minute, as the prime meridian of India, as the standard meridian of India, and we have decided our Indian standard time according to that particular longitude, that is 82 degree 30 minute east, and that passes through Mirzapur, UP. Then till now we have studied more about latitudes and longitude. Now if you draw all the latitudes and all the longitude on the earth, then they will create a grid like this. The whole world will look like this. If you will draw all the latitudes and longitude, you can see the earth will appear like this. You can see the quadrilateral boxes are made on the earth because of those latitudes and longitudes. And all the lines which are drawn are having some identity. They are having some number. That number, the degree, they are showing as a degree with north and south, or they will show the degree with east or west. Then the whole world will be get divided into all these grids, and all the lines of the grids are having some number, and this grid and this number line only give the identity or address to a particular place. Suppose a place is not shown or not written in the globe, but if you know its latitudinal and longitudinal extent, then you can clearly mark and identify where the place exactly is on earth with the help of its latitudinal and longitudinal extent. So this is the use of latitudes and longitudes. Same way, those latitudes as shown in the earth, it can be shown in the India map also. Because all the four sides of the map shows the latitudinal and longitudinal value, and with this latitudinal and longitudinal value, you can find out the exact address or the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of your country also. So this is the help of, with the help of latitude and longitude, we can find out the exact position. Now at the end we will study about some important facts about India. India's area, if you calculate the total area of India, it is 3.28 million square kilometer. And India occupied about 2.4% of the world area. Means if the total area of the among the total area of the world, India occupy 2.4%. Because India is a very large country, it is the 7th largest country of the world. And India's coastal line is 6,100 kilometer. India's coastal line is 6,100 kilometer in mainland and 7,517 kilometer if you will take the area of island also. What is coastline? Coastline is the area which is the you can see in the down of the India, in the southern side of the India, southern side, the down side of the India. It is not having the land boundary with it. It is having the ocean boundary with the Indian's land. So when the land share its boundary with the ocean, because below in the downward we have 3 ocean, right? Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. So when the land share its boundary with the ocean, it is called coastline. So you can see the coastline of India and also the islands groups which are drawn in the maps. In the downwards of the India, you will have the Andaman and Nicobar Island and Lakshadweep Island. That islands also belongs to us. That island also have some coastline with the sea, because islands are surrounded by water from all sides. So if you will consider the coastline of only India, then it is 6,100 kilometer. But if you will include the coastline of island also in that, then it will become 7,517 kilometer. And India has the vast physical diversity, because you have the Himalayas, you have the plains, you have the plateau, you have many rivers, you have Marusthal. Marusthal means deserts, islands. So every form of land we have in our country. We are rich in land varieties. And India is sharing its border with many countries, like India shares its border with Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Afghanistan in the north western side, and then in the northern side it shares the boundary with China, it shares with boundary with Nepal and Bhutan, and northeastern side or the eastern side it shares the boundary with Bangladesh and Burma. And India is such a big country that the India along with Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Maldives form an Indian subcontinent. It is like a small continent. It is occupying so much area that this country together called the subcontinent of world. Alright, and we have the 3 ocean below it, the Indian Ocean, and we have the Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea in the 3 sides of the country. Indian Ocean is just below the India, then Bay of Bengal is in the eastern side of India, and Arabian Sea is in the western side of India. So in the south, though we have Sri Lanka and Maldives as our neighbors, but these neighbors does not share boundary with it, but they are just island countries which are close to our country. Sri Lanka is separated from India with the help of Gulf of Mannar and Palk Strait. Gulf of Mannar and Palk Straits are 2 small water bodies, and this Gulf of Mannar and Palk Strait are separated from each other with Adam Bridge or Ram Setu. Ram Setu has separated Gulf of Mannar with Palk Strait, and these 2 water bodies separate India with Sri Lanka. So you can see the map of India, and you can see all the states and our neighbor in this mark here. So because it is the lesson of India physical location, so I suggest you to read this map carefully, and you must be knowing all the states of India and the neighbors near India. You can see that Pakistan is there in the northeastern side. Above it there is Afghanistan. Then in the northern side you can see Nepal, and above Nepal you have China with Tibet, and Bhutan is also between our northeastern state. Then we have Bangladesh on the eastern side and Myanmar in the eastern side of Bangladesh also. Downwards we have Sri Lanka, and then Andaman Nicobar Island and Lakshadweep Island is also there. Below the Lakshadweep Island you will find Maldives. So you have to buy out the map of India also, because you are studying geography. So now you must know that where are those states located and where are those countries, in the important countries which are surrounding India are located. All this information you must have. So that's all we have for today's class. With this we are completing chapter 1. Thank you and happy learning.